What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys more about Generation 9 with Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, as we got a little bit of new information which has come out from some Chinese leakers, and this is giving us some more information about the post-game, and some of it doesn't really sound super exciting, so I kind of want to talk about it and give you guys my thoughts. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am partnered with Best Buy now, and so there will be links below in the description and the pinned comment to Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, and even the double pack. If you click those links and then pre-order from there, you can really support me and help out the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate it. And Best Buy is awesome because they'll actually give you free shipping and send the game right to your house day one, so if you want to play the games the day that they're available and have them delivered right to your doorstep, then definitely consider pre-ordering from the links below in the description or the pinned comment. I would really appreciate it. And these games are looking pretty cool, so I know a lot of you guys definitely want them. Alright, so here we are on Twitter where all the leaks are happening, and to be honest, there really hasn't been a lot of new information since the last batch of leaks because pretty much all the other big information about the game has kind of already been out there in terms of just what stuff we already kind of know about. We kind of have an idea of what the entire Pokedex is already and kind of some of the characters and just kind of how the game is going to work, but we do have some small things that are coming out here. So the first thing that we've got here is it says here, bottle caps have a change in Gen 9 that makes them better. Now, I don't know exactly what this is going to mean because obviously it could mean a couple of things here, but bottle caps were a new feature that I think was introduced in Gen 7, and it's a pretty cool feature that is used especially for competitive battlers where basically you can raise the IV of your Pokemon. So like IVs for Pokemon are obviously really hard if you want to try to get like max IVs for everyone. It can be kind of hard if you're trying to breed that. So this is a way now for you to be able to kind of raise the IVs of your Pokemon, because let's say you found like a really awesome shiny Pokemon but it doesn't have like the right IVs or something to be able to use in competitive play. This would be allowing you to be able to do that, where bottle caps can actually raise the IVs for your Pokemon to get them to max. So there's two types of bottle caps from what I can recall. I think there's like a silver bottle cap, which basically raises one stat's IV to max. And then there's also the gold bottle cap, which raises every single stats to, I think, also max as well. So you can do that with the bottle caps. However, the big thing with the bottle caps that I feel like this could be changing is that maybe you don't have to be level 100 anymore, as that was kind of the biggest grind with bottle caps that I didn't really like, where you could only use bottle caps on Pokemon that you've gotten to level 100. So it just felt like you had to kind of grind a lot to get your Pokemon to that level first before you could even use the bottle caps. So maybe this change can now allow them to be used at like level 50 or something. That would be a really nice change, because obviously when you do competitive battles and ranked battles online and stuff, everybody's Pokemon gets set to level 50 anyway, so using them at level 50 would make the most sense, to be honest. So hopefully that is kind of what the change is, or maybe they're just kind of easier to find now or something like that. There's also the possibility of a minimum bottle cap. That's also something that I've kind of wanted for a while, which I feel like they haven't done yet, where like sometimes you would want your Pokemon to have a minimum IV, like you would want them to have like 0 IVs in a certain stat. Most times you would want them to have like 0 IVs in a speed stat if you're trying to use like a Trick Room team or something, or like Gyro Ball if you want that move to do the most damage. So maybe there's gonna be like a minimum bottle cap now where you can actually use that on a stat to get the stat to 0 IVs. That would be really awesome too. So I don't know, hopefully it is a pretty nice change, and I feel like if it's making them better, it's definitely going to be something for competitive play, which is going to be good. Alright, but now we're kind of getting into the disappointing stuff, where it says here, the following is unconfirmed because it's based on a hint by the leaker, but it's not explicitly stated, and that is there is no battle tower or something similar in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then they have an update here where it says, we have reconfirmed the above statement and interpretation/translation with a native Chinese speaker, and it seems to be accurate. So yeah, it seems like that this generation inside of Scarlet and Violet is not going to have like a battle tower or like a battle frontier or something like that in the post game, and that definitely does sound a little disappointing. Like, I mean, I don't think that it needs to be there in every single Pokemon game, but I do hope that at least if this isn't going to be the case in Scarlet and Violet, that there is some type of really good post game, or there is like some type of post game content that you can do, because really post game for Pokemon games just ends up becoming, you either become like a breeder where you hatch a whole bunch of eggs and stuff, you become a shiny hunter where you try to hunt for shiny Pokemon that you really like, or you do competitive battling online where you do ranked battles. Now usually there's like a little bit of story stuff that happens in the post game as well, and for the past couple of generations, I mean, I feel like besides Gen 6, pretty much all of the other generations have had something. Like Gen 4, I remember in like Pokemon Platinum and stuff, like after you become the champion and stuff, you still got like the battle Battle Resort and all of that, and Stark Mountain to explore and the routes over there. So you can do like a little bit of extra post-game content there. You even like run into Team Galactic during some parts of it, so that was kind of cool. Inside of that, Generation 5 with like Pokemon Black and White, you basically had like an entire chunk of the region which you were not able to get to until after you see the credits. So that was really cool because you got to explore like kind of the other little chunk of the region that you weren't able to get to before, and that's how you were able to get to like Undella Town and find Cynthia and all of that too. So that was pretty nice. Gen 6 was really the only one that didn't really have like a ton of post game. You kind of just had like the looker missions and stuff, which I really wasn't the biggest fan of. Gen 7, you had like the whole stuff with the Ultra Beast where you could actually find the Ultra Beast during the post game, and I think even Annabelle was there from like Hoenn, so that was kind of cool. Ultra Sun and Moon of course took this a step further where you actually had the entire Team Rainbow Rocket episode, and that was really incredible. Probably still one of my favorite types of like little post game things that they've done inside of Pokemon. And then even with like Oras, they had like the Delta episode with Zinnia and all of that, so they had a lot of stuff. I mean, Sword and Shield didn't really do a ton of stuff, but they still tried to do something with like Swordward and Shieldbird, so you had that as like a post game. And then with Pokemon Legends Arceus, they really did a lot of cool stuff with that, where you pretty much had like a whole bunch of legendaries that you were able to capture, the Volo battle and all of that. Like there was a lot of cool stuff that was inside of the post game for Legends Arceus. So I do hope that there's still something with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like I hope even if there isn't like a battle facility like this, I hope there is like a little bit of extra story content that you can still do that does make it kind of more fun, or like a chunk of the region that you can explore, like a brand new area or something. That would be really nice. And then the last thing that it says here is a reminder that there isn't going to be any special Terrestrial forms like Gigantamax or unique Z moves for the base game. There's just going to be one for each type and that's it. So that definitely kind of sucks a little bit, where even like Z moves and Dynamax, which were able to be used by every single Pokemon, there were like special ones that were exclusive to certain Pokemon. Like I think your starters all had like a special Z move that they were able to do inside of Pokemon Sun and Moon. And then even with like the starters inside of Generation 8, you had like all of them have like their own special Gigantamax forms. It seems like none of that is going to be the case inside of this one. There isn't going to be like a special crystallized Terrestrial form for Fuecoco's final evolution, or Sprigatito's or Quaxly's or anything like that. So that kind of sucks. It seems like they're all just going to have like their basic 18 types and like kind of the crown or whatever design you have on top of your head, like the chandelier like candle thing for fire type Pokemon. It's kind of just going to be like that for every single Pokemon depending on what type you decide to terrestrialize into. So that kind of does suck a little bit. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much all the new information that we have right now about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this. How are you guys feeling now about the post game? If there isn't going to be any type of battle facility like this with the Battle Frontier or something like that, or if we're not going to have like any special Terrestrial forms or anything like that either, what do you think that the change for the bottle caps could be? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.